My Flicks to Click fans, Clara and Hanks left for Canada while the investigation was still ongoing on the case of Hanks being found with an underage girl, Benny, in the hotel room. Meanwhile, Emeka's team keeps succeeding in their evil with no real consequences. They are getting away with it. Kenny, on the other hand, seems intelligent, but it is so hard to believe that Kenny has no clue about Emeka and Debbie's secret plans to ruin Jonathan and his family. In this Most Scary Marriage Ever by Mr. ALOY, this situation now with the house also raises questions. The house that Clara, Benny, and Little Joe are living in, that Hanks bought for Benny. The house now belongs to Benny, and although the documents were taken away by Chetah, how could the house be sold without the owner's signature or legal witnesses? Did Clara just hand the papers over to Benny without securing them? But that doesn't seem responsible, my Flicks to Click fans. Because in this Most Scary Marriage Ever by Mr. ALOY, even more puzzling is Kenny's decision to take Benny back to his house when he found Benny on the road, instead of reporting the matter to the police. Because Benny was clearly a victim. She was molested, she was beaten up, she was tied up with a strong rope and locked away. Isn't that a serious crime? Why hasn't legal action been taken? And finally, is it not just beginning to feel like the story is favoring evil? The wrongdoers are winning too easily while the victims are left helpless. We appreciate suspense, Mr. ALOY, but justice and balance in the storyline are just as important. We say this with respect and love for your work, Mr. ALOY, because you have been keeping us entertained, and we look forward to seeing how this story continues to evolve. And we must really feel so sorry for Benny, because once you have a father like Jonathan, you have to be very careful. You don't just run your mouth loose about the sensitive secrets in your life like that, because these people around you, they're wolves. Sure, Benny could have given the documents for the house out for safety purposes when she now found out that her father was trying to sell off her house. My Flicks to Click fans, we hope that Benny's property was set up so that nobody can sell it. But alas, it was sold off. Benny, why didn't you call Clara about this matter? Too much senseless drama. Because in this generation, some of us have more sense about all these legal issues. And again, I'll ask, why are the documents, the titles to the house, with Benny and not with a lawyer? Especially because, seriously, Benny is an underage girl now. And how come Benny couldn't go to the police when she ran away from home? Is there none in the entire city? Where would Clay take her back to her abuser and not a police station? How can a property be mortgaged without the owner's signature? I will ask this one question again. It doesn't make any sense. Why was it so easy for Chetah and Little Joe to get those papers and sell that house? Why didn't the mother, Clara, secure those papers in a bank? Isn't that really stupid that she didn't do that? And as Little Joe had his whole life to accomplish something with his life, to get his own house, to get his own money, to get his own property, why force his daughter Benny to relinquish what her mother gave her own daughter? Mr. ALOY, in this script, Benny should have called the police. Benny should have reported Jonathan and his filthy, useless wife, Chetah. Also, Clara and Hanks should have been called to inform them about the terrible things that were happening in the house that, Benny was living in. All the terrible things are happening to her. Disgraceful. You call yourself a father, Little Joe. You tie your daughter and allow a woman to do this to her? Hey, Benny. Kenneth is right. Wahala, Deo. Thank goodness that Kenneth found her. Little Joe, Little Small Joe, and Emeka. Emeka, you are so consumed with little Small Joe that you have harmed the only real love that a little Joe has? Emeka, you have sunk so low. You want to molest a young girl, all in the name of, you are annoyed because of your mother that was not helped by Jonathan. My Flicks to Click fans. Even as these house documents, I'm praying that Hanks and Clara have extra or the original copies. So that when this house is being mortgaged, the bank will call Hanks and Clara. Can the bank stop this process from taking place? I hope that Benny eventually will give Chetah, that useless woman, a taste of what she gave Jonathan and her family. Is there really a horrible man like Jonathan in this world that will sell off his family just because of his foolishness and selfishness? One chance. Benny, you don't enter my one chance. Benny, with all the evil people surrounding your father and yourself, wahala deo. Because even though not wise girl you be, you should have run to somebody that you trusted, like Hank's mother, giving her your documents for keeps. Enesha, you're very young. So they overpowered you on this, both in mind and in physical strength. Clara, you'd have done these things secretly. Now you wouldn't have let Jonathan know that you have given this house to your daughter. Jonathan, how many times did I call you? Why do you do like this now? Your mom will not get part 2. Allow Benny to be. Let people show you their true colors and believe it. Use your brain for once now. Is Jonathan with his right sense at all? How can people bully a man who doesn't even have a brain? Benny, wahala. But don't worry, the plan will fail because you are wise and God will do the needful. As this one be say, Benny no sign consent on top that paper. No bank will accept the documents for mortgage. It's not that it's easy as that too. Teresa, giving us headache. You were a doormat and you allowed people to treat you like crap. But finally, you saw that you were set up for stealing money, and Chetah, na wicked woman, she can't chase you out of the house. Teresa, you had to be driven out to know when your time was up. As for Jonathan, be smart for once. You were tricked by your so-called best friend Emeka about a business proposal, which made you use your car to secure a loan, and it landed you nowhere. And now you're repeating the same mistake again? Can't you think? You used your car for the collateral. You didn't get the car back. Should something in your mind should tell you not to even risk the roof over your head. Jonathan, do you now see that you have no sense at all? You lost your car. You want to go back into the same situation again? Why don't you think before you leap? Jonathan, will you allow your daughter to hate you after you lose the house? You married a demon in disguise. Poor you, Jonathan. You just will not learn. My Flicks to Click fans, do you know all the signs and symptoms of an abusive partner? If you don't, please go to the comment section just below this video. I'm going to pin a free download for you to know all the signs and symptoms of an abusive partner to help yourself, your family, your friend, humanity. If you enjoyed this, my critical pigeon review of Most Scary Marriage Ever by Mr. ALOY, click like. Watch the next video and I'll see you again very, very soon. Mwah. Bye.